Hey there, and welcome back to Blessed Seeds, an educational monster train series where we enjoy the strongest runs around. I need a win today. That's where we're at. So that's why I picked the Blessed Seed. This is just, I haven't done these in a while actually on the channel because I've been getting so many submissions that it's hard enough to keep up with all of them. I'm reasonably certain I miss a bunch. And so anyway, I'm just like, all right, I'm going to play a Blessed one today because we need some wins. That's what I've described to myself. So, and especially I think I picked this one because it's Spine Chief. And Blessed and Spine Chief's already really strong. So when you add Blessed to it, I have to assume that this is something completely off the chains powerful, which is very exciting, right? I have to assume that whatever it is, it's truly nutty, especially if you've got 70k scores on the run. So I'm very excited about this. But yeah, that's basically the idea. So let me kind of explain what's going on in case you're joining us for the first time. This whole series is essentially user. You can tell I work at a software company, can't you? Viewer submitted runs. The idea is that if you play Covenant 25 Monster Train with no mutators, and either you struggle with a run for some reason, or you find a run that is particularly awesome for some reason, feel free to go to your run summary, generate a challenge link, which will look like a 3-word combo, similar to what you see here at the top of the screen, and then send it my way. Easiest way and arguably the best way of getting it to me is in my Discord server. I have one of those. It's in the About section on YouTube. You can find it. There's a link to it. That's the invite code. There's a channel for it that makes it really easy to not just get it to me, but also submit it for other people to play as well. Very frequently, we have other folks from the community who just play every single run that comes in. Almost certain that's where a lot of these other scores come from. So the idea there is that you can get it to me there. You can obviously post it in a YouTube comment. You can email it to me, Reddit, whatever. I'm around on places. You can find me and send it to me however you can. And eventually I'll play it on the channel. I get a lot of submissions, so like I mentioned, it's sometimes easy to miss some of them or not have time for all of them, and it is what it is. But I do play a lot of them, so fair enough. Anyway, we're currently on a 72 win streak for this particular series. We had an early Steel Singer with multi-strike, Animus of Will infusions, all set up on that. It was a little bit tricky to pull it off because it was a little slow to get started. We ended up with 3 copies of a +10 in piercing Glimmer. I think 2 of them had a +30 in them because I duped one early. I can't remember exactly, but there was also some -2 spell chain focus growths, always very strong. We had the hero Edge Prior and a Remnant Pact Sentient, which makes Sentient a lot better when you have that availability. So pretty good stuff overall. I think it's easy for folks to struggle with Steel Singer. You have to play it cool when it's weak, and you don't want to go too ham on things like shards or trials or stuff like that. It's easy to overcommit and lose, right? Because the unit's basically just like a demon fiend early on, and that's not great, especially if you're mid-game and haven't gotten a lot of scaling yet. The run really pops off on ring 8 when you finally dupe your really huge guy. So anyway, that's basically that. This is obviously going to be a nutty run. I'm excited for it. We'll see what we see, but as always, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Those things are cool. And yeah, we'll do it. All right, let's get in. Monster Train. Huzzah. I remembered to click the thing. We're so smart. Incredible work. All right, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing... let me be honest with you. I'm doing not amazing. Work has been really rough for me lately. Like, I'm fine, right? I've had some people say, hope you're doing okay, and I appreciate that. I'm fine. Like, don't worry about me. But, I will be frank when I say that, work sucks right now. I'm really kind of dealing with some bad times at the old job. So we'll hopefully get past it. We'll see what comes of it, but all things are okay. Anyway, hopefully you're all doing a lot better than that. Hopefully no one else has job problems and stuff like that. So we'll hope for the best there and play some Monster Train while we do it. So, as before, today we are default Wurmkin, as I almost say Stygian. Where default Wurmkin, default Umbra, the clan combo is awesome, right? It's pretty much anything plus Chief, and the anything, as long as it's a spell that can be played on any floor, it's going to be good, right? The only quote-unquote maybe bad combo for Wurmkin, in my opinion, is Exile Hellhorn, because imps cost Ember and also take up space. At least dregs go away and they're easy to play. They're not great, right? It's not awesome, but you can still easily win the Wurmkin side of things there, so. Alright, we're facing Plating Seal Daedalus, Spell Shield Arcus, Patient Seraph, Proclamation, Space, Prism, Force Contamination. All of this is fine. There's a lot of extracts here. It'd be nice to see a Karuska or something like that to make these generate echoes, but otherwise this is okay. We can pretty easily benefit from this in the early game. I like Space Prisms. They go away. No problem. Cool. Alright, temples today are 2, 4, 6, 8. A fine spread, right? A fine spread. I think if I were picking optimal temple positions, the only switch I'd make here is putting the 2 on 3. I think with 4 temples, 3, 4, 6, and 8 are pretty much ideal. It gives you exactly what you need when you need it, right? You have the bright chance for pretty much power-ups right before major bosses, and they allow you to, it's a good enough spread that you always have something coming up, which is nice. Very useful. Allows you to play backloaded or front-loaded, depending on what you want. This is pretty close to it, though. Dupe on 8 is on steel side, nothing special. We have good steel shop on 7 with Vortex, like that. Cave on the magic side. Trinket shop with money on 6 is cool as well, competing with a removal dupe, which is nice. I'll take it. Yeah, it's fine. We'll see if we need that removal dupe, right? It's hard to say. Let's see. Pretty decent mid-game it's looking like. Analyzing this, Magic Shop has Vortex, Steel Shop has Cave. Pretty much nothing gets overloaded, but nothing gets underloaded either. There's no bad shops. There are just some like middling ones, which is okay. Wurmkin Banner, Magic Shop, Vortex. That's a really strong ring 4. Almost certainly going there. Don't care about the Umbra Banner competing. That Horde could be nice, but it's hard to say. It's hard to beat the Magic Shop that's right there. Double steals early. That does mean we don't get a steal everywhere. We're missing on 6 and we're missing on 4, but we have it on 5, so I don't mind. Early game, Umbra Banner on the steel shop. It's kind of forced on ring 2 if we have to go there. Not great. There's a Wurmkin Banner on 3, though, which we'll probably take. So, unfortunately, the Wurmkin Banner on 3 doesn't align with either of the early game steel shops. We'll see if that matters. Ah, yes. Serrated Mandibles, right, this is a blessed run. That's exciting. We're just going to go ahead and click Serrated Mandibles with my Chief and have a lot of reap power. That's great. Decayer, say it ain't so. Absolutely. You know, I think you could win with the other option here, but you might as well go in. We'll go Horde here, see what we hit. Early Capricious Reflection is hard to argue with, in my opinion. I'll go ahead and click that. Always a fan. Great. We'll get a bunch of -1s and other stuff out of it. This Mark of Invasion is probably okay. We can just play random stuff upstairs and get kills with mandibles here, right? So not that concerned about it. We do have a very scary guy downstairs. It's okay. We'll play Train Steward, tank upstairs. I'll play Chief in the back. We'll kill the whole floor. Fine. Doesn't really matter. Mid-floor falls away. It's all good. Sure. I will want a... Yeah, so one thing to keep in mind is I definitely want to kill on middle. Great work. We take out the big scary man. He's the one you really want to watch out for. But we take care of it and we get the collector, which is pretty much awesome. Kill a guy on mid-floor. Excellent. Wonderful. We're way ahead now. Great job. Don't care about that guy upstairs. He does zeros to me. Fine. We'll work on this guy upstairs, right? There's no reason not to make some progress on this. Yeah, he dies. Great job. We'll kill the guy in the back. Very easy combat. Cool. Yeah, we easy win this. No real concern. I am going to play the Shade Splitter. I think, yeah, the lifesteal will make this even easier. Because Chief is at least respectable, right? Yeah, we easy clobber this. No problems whatsoever. He would take 100 damage from Reap as well, but we kill him without even needing it, so that's pretty cool. Serrated Mandibles, good relic. Yeah, okay, Holdover Echo Infusion with a purple. Great. Capricious Reflection. Thank you, bud. I mean, the other cards there are really good too, right? But that's nuts. Double stack Immortal Trade actually makes it worse. It costs Ember and it's too much Ember Drain to support. I don't need a third Space Prism, and Cave-In is also here. Now this is Patient. I guess in a desperation play you could Cave-In Patient with like Iron Drop Cage, but that seems ridiculous. If we had the Drop Cage I might consider it, but we don't. Okay, now at this point, what do I just need? Like a Spell Chain, I guess? There are some Umbra units I would take here. What would the Magic Shop give me that I'd care about? I already hit Holdover on the best card I have. So let's just go to the Steel Shop and see what we get, I suppose. Wow, Multi-Strike and Damage Shield. I mean, Multi-Strike Crucible Warden? Sure, he's great. Double Multi-Strike Crucible Warden? He's gonna cruise, isn't he? He has 20 hit points. Now, if I'm worried about Patient... Oh, Spell Chain. Alright, here's the blessed part of the run, right? Spell Chain, Holdover, Echo Infusion is itself purple? Absolutely. Absolutely, it's good. I think I'm going to go in on the multi-strike on Crucible Warden. We can find more defensive stuff on the infusion side if we need to. We could even self-infuse him to get damage shield on that. This is a surprisingly effective unit with Decayer, right? Especially with Space Prisms, we can jam this floor together and he can face tank for Decayer, and then he wins Relentless. As long as we can keep Chief alive, it's okay. And that should be no problem. Yeah. Easy mode. Yeah, that seems fun. I like that, because I like any run where I can use the Crucible Buddies. Sure, yeah, give me an Armor Emblem. That seems good. I think we crush this. Not concerned about it. Now, I am going to be doing Chief downstairs here, I think. Right? Yeah, I am going to be doing that. Morsel up top. We can feed it to the man. Kill a bunch of guys downstairs. Seems good. Yeah, seems fine. I was thinking about playing that Morsel to tank, but I actually don't think it matters that much. We'll play a Train Steward downstairs to save him, which is good. And then we will load up this floor. I definitely want to play one Reap middle to kill that fella. And we clear out all floors here, which is great. Cool. And we even have Chief on his own floor doing excellent work. Cool. Easy. Haven't even drawn the Echo Infusion yet, but I will click it here. That's a... Ooh, buddy, that's a strong play. Wow. Okay, sure. Seems good. Chief doing hard work. I love that for him. We just keep playing the Shade Splitters because it adds Reap here, which is very powerful. Guy takes like 40-something from that. He easy dies, yeah, no problems. Man, the Serrated Mandibles makes the Echo Infusion that much stronger. That's a lot of Reap to just accidentally get. Maybe we'll see a Decayed Decoy or something along the way, and that would just be really awesome. Large Stone Bogfly. I'm actually going to take this -1 Shelter. It seems nice to have. Yeah, even if it's not purple, we're going to generate purples, so I'm not worried about it. Holdover Perils of Production. Exqueeze Me? It's not purple, so I care a little bit less, but... That's really good, right? That's really good? It's damage scaling. We should really take this. We should really take this. Seriously. Yeah, alright. It's hard to skip something like that. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting from the infusion side here. I mean, I could always take the Echo, the Keeper of Echoes, and use that as an infusion. It's kind of a bit of a bummer, though. It's also not defensive enough for me, in my opinion. I would frankly rather self-infuse the Crucible Warden and just get damage shield 5. That cleans up Patient in a big way. I mean, at that point, you don't even need Daze, so I think it's way better than Keeper. We'll just skip this. I'll plan on the self-infuse at this point. I don't need a Steel Shot. Like, my guy has 2 multi-strikes, so we'll just go to the right and dupe. Probably the Echo Infusion because it's nuts. We'll click the Horde first. Jack Strips, interesting. Sorry, you might have just heard me kick my desk. That was a weird sound. I should look into my desk after this. I don't know what that was. That was concerning. Anyway, hopefully that didn't pick up. Maybe that was a little bit loud for you. I'm sorry if it was. I'll have to figure that one out. Anyway, Jack Strips, Tempered Talisman, or Wing Clippings. It's definitely not Tempered Talisman. The only thing that benefits is Proclamation here. Jack Strips is probably it. Wing Clippings is maybe okay. Is there ever anything I want to keep? Space Prisms? No. I'm just going to take Jack Strips and be happy with it. I think that's fine. We'll look at the banner real fast. Kinhost Vessel, First of Kin. None of these are what I want to do. In fact, the right answer here is almost certainly to just use this opportunity to dupe the guy, the Crucible Warden. I'm going to see if I get an overstack first from the cave, actually. Oh. What do you mean? Of course I'm going to X5 something. I've got this X5 on the Echo Infusion. This completely pops off, right? If this is the only card I end up playing, this run is still nuts. Now, it does make Crucible Warden a lot worse because he doesn't get morsels, but... Sure. It's hard to say no to that many Echo Infusions that are all that ridiculous. Now, the big problem is, this is actually really hard to play because they cost 1 Ember, so really you can't play them all. But that's okay. The nice thing is you draw them so fast that there's never any risk of not drawing them. The density is so high that we're going to be just cruising, right? We find it on turn 1, right? Awesome, cool. We're just going to airdrop in one of these guys immediately and just buff him up. And then the Warden upstairs can just eat 10, and that's fine. Sure. Now, my only thought is downstairs on my goal is basically just, he just goes crazy. We do want to actually generate echoes on the floor. It's pretty important, I think. I could play the Perils, but I don't think we need it here. I need to... Karuska is really the piece that makes this work, isn't it? That's going to be important to keep in mind. This generates a lot of... Right, this generates a lot of health and reap, but doesn't actually generate echoes right now, which is interesting. I think we're realistically only going to want to play maybe 2 of them ever. Take some health upstairs, actually. Generate some echoes on the boss, yeah, and then we'll go ahead and shelter downstairs. You might as well click the card. Sure. Cool. Now, I'm not going to play this 3rd one here because I do think that's wrong, but I will play... What is it? Reap on the boss here. It's helpful to have Reap on these other floors. We're looking for echo generation here, right? We actually win on bottom floor, which is ridiculous in my opinion. Completely ridiculous that this works out, actually. But okay. This is just, he just pummeled it, which is funny, because he has so much health. Now, the Reap damage here was only 132. So we're going to need to generate purples in as many ways as possible. Yeah, okay, Unearthed Remains is probably it. It's purple, and it generates a purple, and it's permafrost, so we're going to grab that. Bog Crystal is second Keeper. I mean, the Keeper is itself a really good line with Spine Chief, but we already have the Doggo, and I think we're good, so we skip here. I'm going to take Card Draw. Yeah, it's just Card Draw, because I need to find things faster. I have a lot of cards in my deck. Now, I would like very much to go to this magic shop. We're going to start cutting garbage. I'm going to go ahead and self-infuse the Doggo Buddy as well, right? Yeah, that's going to be nice. The plus 30, I don't think so. I mean, I think you could go ham on this run and not actually feel bad about it, right? You could totally just really send it here. But I don't think you need to. Like, this doesn't add much. Man, the keeper line here is arguably as strong. We go to KR2, of course. You could go Corruptor here, and it's actually pretty decent, but we're going to go all in. I'm going to go ahead and 20 consume? I mean, it's -1 for sure. I'm just going to make Shade Splitters free here because they're easy to play on any floor. Anyone want a 20 consume a Proclamation? It's not bad to do this to one of them, sure. I do have to keep in mind that that is my only source of magic power, so if I have to take shards for some reason, that needs to be the source of it. So keep one open for 10 and piercings, plus 30s, whatever. -1. Again, another Shade Splitter becomes free. I'm fine with this. Double stack is really fun on Force Contamination if we actually become able to deal damage. I'm going to go ahead and buy a removal. I don't actually think we're going to be going in on the Force Contamination angle here. Steel Shop, completely unnecessary. We just go to this Magic Shop again, so I think we chill here. Purge. You could just purge a card. I'm on the lookout for Intrinsic. Specifically for a what is it? Not a Shade Splitter. What the heck? Space Prism. We move on. We crush this, right? No fear. I'm not afraid of multi-strike. No, I'm not afraid of multi-strike. It's fine. We're good. Yeah, we're fine. We play bottom floor and we chill. And that is okay. Bottom floor loads up. Now, we don't get... A single holdover on Perils does clear this whole floor. Which is a fair point, I think. I'll click it, sure. I think it's worth it. Now, once you click it once, you have to keep clicking it, is the quintessential truth of these things. But that's okay, right? We mega clear mid-floor, which is cool. I'm going to play out some other cards. We generate a lot of purples here. I'm going to generate some purples on other floors, I think. Yeah, Space Prism at long last, it's good. Tell you what, if we hit another... What is it called? Spell Chain, I think we'll be really set here. Because then I can Spell Chain the Perils and generate a lot of Ember. Is this really correct? I mean, I may as well play it out, right? This is a lot of Reap we're generating. That's 112. The whole floor stands essentially no chance against me. The only thing you've really got to watch out for is simply too many holdovers, in my opinion. Now, sadly, I do have to play the Perils, but it's not that bad when you think about it. I'd sure like to generate some damage shield, though. This guy's dead, right? 15 times... Yeah, he dies. He dies next floor for sure. Yep. Poof. There he goes. Great work. Generate echoes. Play shelter, I suppose. I'll click some Echo Infusion action here. I think that's fine. We'll generate an Echo mid-floor and be okay. Sure. Now, we should easy win this. We do. It's clean. Great work. We generate a lot of health here as well, which is actually silly. We're at 212 health. The guy only takes a little bit of Reap. The Reap is just enough to clear floors right now, but later on it won't be enough. Hey, Fossilized Fangs when I have a guy who gorges for damage shield 1? Absolutely. Incredible news. Yeah, Soul Crushing Guilt with a Permafrost. I actually think the Soul Siphon is worth considering too here, but I think Soul Crushing Guilt is too good to skip. Especially purple, especially Permafrosted. Man, Void Binding. Void Binding is really good. It's already got a -1. Alright. You know, I'm clicking a lot of cards. I need so much card draw here. We go Magic Shop because I don't need anything else. We cut the last Trained Steward here. And now I think we're in the state where I clean up this run however I can. I'll take money, sure. Cleaning up from here is tough. Holdover is possibly very good. We'll make Shade Splitters more free. Seriously though, this is a crazy good run. I honestly think you can cut some of these Echo Infusions. I don't think having 6 is that beneficial, especially if we haven't hit Karuska yet. But as far as other stuff, I think we can drop a Fracture here and be okay. I'm gonna not go too ham on removals. I mean, do you hold over something like Soul Crushing Guild? I don't think so. It takes too much. Void Binding is very good damage scaling and survivability. I mean, I think we should click it, right? As soon as we go in, we go in. Sure, let's re-roll, take the -1 and be happy about it. Make another Shade Splitter free. Double stack. Oh, yeah, double stack Soul Crushing Guild, absolutely. And we move on from here. Good, we're very strong. We have everything answered so securely, I have no fear. Spikes for whatever. Yeah, this is a very straightforward run, I think. With this turn 1, guy sweeps. Doesn't really matter, right? Nah, it doesn't matter. I think we can just play in the bottom floor and it's fine. Sure. No problems. And we just kind of send it. Yeah, this should be okay, I think. This morsel will pass away wherever I play it, so we'll put it mid-floor at least. Sure. As long as I can generate echoes, we're okay, right? So we'll play some echoes mid-floor. And I think this will clear it up. Totally. Great job. All good. Cool. Mid-floor is clear. I think that guy in middle is also going to pass away. Yeah, he's gone. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and play Shade Splitter and then actually give the Shade Splitter health here so that he does not die. Cool. This is fine. Play another Shade Splitter to generate echoes. I'm not going to hold over the other Echo Infusion here. We're just looking for enough. Cool. Alright, this is not too bad, I think. Yeah, it's fine. The floors fall away on the mid-floor, even if these guys walk up, so it's not that big of a deal. Hold over as much as we can, take some health, it's good. I'll generate the Echo mid-floor here for sure. Chill. Yeah, easy mode, I think. My number 1 play is just hit this Soul Crushing Guild, and this man does not even stand remotely a chance. Yeah, it's actually completely free. Guy takes a respectable amount of damage, too. We're just going to hit him with this. Yeah, he doesn't even get through, right? He just gets pummeled. Good job. Cool. Lightstone Casing is worth a lot of consideration here. We'll take it. Sure, of course. Why not? They give me another Remove Consume Soul Siphon. This card is actually really good here. I'm going to click it. It fills up my upper floors, and I'm good with that. Gem Trove with a double stack. Excavation Eruption. We'll sell them. All good. Don't need these. Ember Forge. Removal Dupe is tempting, but with money on the left, I think I'm going to vaguely look for a Karuska or something. Like, what do I dupe here, right? I already have enough copies of all the best stuff. I don't need more of this stuff. Yeah, we'll take the Horde. We'll see what we see. Pyrestone Housing. Lost Luggage would have been pretty cool, I won't lie. Abandoned Antumbra is pretty excellent. We'll click that. This is great because it guarantees I'm generating a morsel every turn, which otherwise would be very difficult. The Intrinsic, 100% I'm putting this into a Space Prism. I know what you're thinking, why not put it into Echo Infusion or something? The answer is, I would rather have space for morsels right away. You could also consider Soul Crushing Guild, but remember my man is self-infused. He survives multiple turns no matter what. And we kind of just chill. Can't afford anything. They all rolled high enough costs here, but also none of them are good enough that I would have probably bought them anyway. We'll move on. Actually pretty happy with the Abandoned Antumbra pickup here. I think that adds a lot to the run. Cool. I think we just keep doing the same thing, right? 6 stealth, 7 waves remaining. It doesn't really matter what floor I play on here. So I suppose we do it bottom floor still, right? No reason not to, in my opinion. I will play the Unearthed Remains here. It's a big pickup. Rubble Morsel. Sure, bud, sure. Alright, easy. We just keep playing buffs. We are going to click cards here because the cards are good to click. Unsurprisingly. We'll generate echoes while the man is on the floor. Cool. Yeah, it's again a great example of I may as well, as long as I'm hitting him with the Decayer power, we should send it, in my opinion. We get the Soul Siphon upstairs, which just drops a lot of value, and that's excellent. We're again only going to play 2 of these Echo Infusions right now. You might argue that, like, why not have only made an X1 of them? And that's a fair point, in truth, right? It's normally how I might approach this, but one of the things is that it's kind of like the only good card I have, right? So in my opinion, it's good to have the density of them. It made more sense here than in some other runs, but load up this floor, please. Thank you. We're doing a lot of damage here. If we ever hit Karuska, this really blows up, doesn't it? I'll take the Ember Drain upstairs, doesn't matter. We might never hit Karuska, which would be kind of sad. I think that man's dead upstairs, right? Let me look. Yeah, he is. I got that Soul Siphon in. Sadly, this is looming Dark Shard time, so I think we're just gonna buff mid-floor in order to hold on to these things. Right? We buff mid-floor, and then I think we just Space Prism downstairs and let it ride. Yeah, fine. Okay. Then we keep going. I mean, this is Arcus. He doesn't really stand a chance anyway, right? That's kind of the important takeaway. He's also taking 300 damage just from Reap here, so I think this is going to be, yeah, super clean, in fact. It doesn't take much. He actually doesn't even get through the damage shield. It's one of the nice things about this, but he's also at risk of 390 Reap damage a turn, so he would just take, what is that, over 1,000 in the entire train, so that's pretty cool. Easy. Alright, cool. Symphony of a Soul is tempting, but what are you duping? I mean, I guess you're duping Rage. It's actually pretty sick. It's got the Permafrost and it's purple. Alright. They really need to show me a Karuska here. I need card draw very badly. Yeah. If we see Karuska, we blow up. It's that simple. I'm just going to chase magic shops here because I see no value in steel shops. True. Horde, give me the Karuska. Bummer. Mind Horde, I guess. Sure, why not? I could click Volatile Gauge and throw the run. You all want to see me do that? Also, where's my Decayed Decoy video game? Come on, buddies. Heaven's Gold, Gift of Gratitude? Sure, why not? We'll click it. I don't need Heaven's Gold at this point, but I'll take the money. We'll find use for it. I'll buy -1s into stuff and things. Make Soul Crushing guilt free. I think the other -1 goes in the Soul Siphon here. So that's fine too. I do not need... I guess we can just 20 consume the Proclamation here. Just get rid of it, essentially. I don't need it for shards or anything. Remove Consume? Nah, I don't see the value of any of that. It's fine. Permafrost? You could Permafrost the Gift of Gratitude and waste the money. I don't know what to say about that. It's going to be -1 on Soul Siphon here. +10? Nah, I don't care about it. Freeze Stone? I still don't care about it. We'll move on. All good. This should be very fast, is the nice thing about this. At this point, I mean, we're so strong that I don't see how this takes that long to push through. We have a purple upstairs, but we have no echo generation, but it's not a problem because we have everything we need. The guy hits 3 times. It's cool, right? Play some echoes here. We're okay. Sure. Yeah, this will be alright. It's better to play upstairs anyway. It's the preferred option for this particular setup. I'd like to generate an echo here. So, do it. Because I want to kill that collector for sure. Very important. Sack some guys mid-floor. We're still only playing 2 of these Echo Infusions. I do only want to draw that many. So we're okay. You still draw more because it's hilarious, but I actually have to click more in order to kill this man in the back. We do get through him. It takes some effort, but we do kill him. Alright, let's Void Binding here. Can I wait for a better Gift of Gratitude? I don't think so. I think we do just send this. But let's click the Echo Infusion first. Alright, and we send it for 120 and we move on, I think. Let those 2 ride. This at least clears the floor, which is good. I'm a little concerned about this top floor buddy, though. If we don't have the purple generation, this is gonna look rough. Okay, I think we're good, actually. Yeah, we managed to pull it off. Yeah. Thanks in large part to Serrated Mandibles going completely mad with power here, but all good. Yeah. Takes 140. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, I think we're cruising. Good. Great, in fact. I'm a big fan of how this is paid out. We're looking strong in the front, which is really important. Straight away. I can just go ahead and Symphony of a Soul on the floor where the boss is not here, which is good because that will be strong, right? So when there's no units on the floor, I will just send it on Symphony, and that should be excellent. We can kill one of the guys in front, all good. Great work. Okay. And I mean, essentially, right now, this is your Symphony turn, right? I think. Yeah. Easy. Easy Symphony. And now we super win. In fact. I mean, I get the Soul Siphon too, which is nuts. What a hit. Completely crushed. And then you just Soul Crushing Guilt this man, and it's even better. What a wild floor, right? I'm going to click a little bit of this because I still want to see kind of what he comes up to. Yeah, he actually gets up to 402 Reap. But of course he doesn't stand a chance because we went nuts. Alright, great job. Big monies. Return Soul is honestly awesome. I can use this to, yeah, hold over a purple Return Soul is incredible here. I can use this to burn out some of my Echo Infusions for big plays. Yeah, one of the few cards I think I would grab from that point. Double Stack Grovel. We'll skip it. I don't need it. Okay. I mean, I can go to the dupe. The question really is just, what do I dupe at this point? My deck is in a really good position. There's very little I want to add. Removals are not terrible. I could cut Fractures, probably. -1s are still good. Make the other ones cheaper. Still feels stronger than the dupe. I don't need the Steel Shop. We'll go left. Yeah, sure. See what's in the Trinket Shop first. Bog Slime, Echo Seedling, both of which are good. The consumes will provide value. We'll click Bog Slime, yes. I may as well click the Echo Seedling. I can find value there too, right? That's just, it makes the Space Prisms pop off. It's big purples on turn 1. Sure, we'll spin this, see what we hit. Alright, we do see Karuska. Alright, the game is actually obscene. The run is now... Now we click every Echo Infusion and go completely mad with power. Wow, okay. Monster Train. Monster Train. You don't even need perils anymore. I just generate my own energy from Echo Infusions, which I will, of course, now give intrinsic because it's disgusting. What is... Wow, the strongest Wurmkin run of all time. You want an extra holdover? Sure, bud. Want a holdover Soul Siphon? You want holdover Symphony of a Soul? Actually super doable here? Obscene. Yeah, alright, sure. I'll put a -1 in that too. That way it only costs the 1. Great. Cool. Monster Train Gaming. Alright, I mean, at this point, I do crunch out some fractures still, because they don't matter. I generate so many echoes. What is happening? 115 out of 100. No fear. Patient, let's go. This is definitely blessed. This is a ridiculous run. You could go like 300 shards here and feel not bad at all, right? You'd just be like, whatever. It's Monster Train Gaming. I'm not afraid of any of it. Cool. We get so much space out the gate. It's really cool. And we generate echoes and ember from... Oh, that card is so good. Soul Siphon middle here. It's a nice opener. Cool. Come upstairs, buddy. Enter into my palace. Ah, yes. My friend, Patient. How's it going, champ? Are you ready to pass away? I mean, at this point, you do actually click every Echo Infusion because this run is nonsense. You're doing 1300 on turn 2. What do you mean? I don't even have Decayed Decoy. If you see Decayed Decoy on this run, it is out of control. What? I just clicked random cards and basically blew up the world. Sure, that's good. That seems reasonable. What if I just buff the enemy? It's efficient. Look. It's efficient. Chill. It's fine. Everything about this is correct and good. I'm buffing the enemy, and I have dealt 900 damage to the boss as a result. Come back into my office, friend. Re-enter my office. I would love nothing more than to show you where... show you my wares. Potion seller? Can I kill him on this floor? Maybe. Oh, I think it's happening. Buddy, good luck. Yeah, he's gone. Alright, cool. That's 2,856 reap damage. Was the buffed floor, the floor that I buffed, didn't even get up there. I think it's going to look similar on Divinity, if I'm being honest with you. This is redonkulous. I think Karuska pops this off in such a ridiculous fashion that it does not matter. Hey, look, that's a good turn 1. I think we're just playing bottom floor, right? I think we are just playing bottom floor here. Cool. Good and excellent everything, right? Just really, really good floor. The nice thing about this is it means that you never have any risk for Decayer. He just has... There's no chance that anything ever goes wrong for him. So that's pretty cool. We just blast this floor into the ether here by generating 5 billion echoes. And then also completely destroying the universe. Mid-floor, cleared. Excellent work, team. Do I have enough echoes on the floor? Debatable. That is a 1,836 damage turn to the Divinity that clears his reap every turn. That's how powerful we are here. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is actually ridiculous, if I'm being honest with you. Oof, buddy. I put some melee weakness down. I didn't need to, but I did it anyway. Monster Train Gaming, it's fine. We just keep clicking every single one of these echo transfers that shows up, and nothing could possibly go wrong. No risk. All Monster Train. Oh. We actually killed the boss with Reap. Wow. I'd be honest with you, it's actually so rare for me to just pre-relentless him with Reap. That's so unlikely. Usually you get like, I want to say usually you do like 3,000 damage to him pre-relentless, and you have to do an extra 2k via other means, like, your relentless solution. So in this case, it would have been fine because we have, damage shield doggo, right? He's chilling, Crucible Warden. But what? Wow, top score. I can't believe that. I want to see what the other person got here. The submitter. Oh no, it wasn't the submitter who did it. Oh, they went the Keeper of Echoes. I'll be honest, I mean, Keeper is awesome here, right? I even talked about this. Really strong options, but it's hard to say no to what we did. Oh, this person did an X5. The Echo Infusion? Bummer. Bummer. I mean, in truth, I think I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's normally correct to do it. But in this case, we had such a rock-solid unit that I wasn't really afraid of it. Having the density was correct, in my opinion. It's not always correct to do this. That's important to take away, because this doesn't add echoes to your floor unless you have Karuska. Obviously, this high rolls out of your mind at the end, but having two of them is pretty much ideal. And you saw for most of the run, we're only playing two of them. The reason it's nice to have more copies is because of seeing it earlier in your draws. We have 3 hits. As long as we do hit some of these, where are they? These 4 or 5 shade splitters generating morsels, we win the Relentless. I did also still go in on the Void Binding plus the Perils of Production because it is free damage. This guy's he has 3 hits and is basically unkillable. So from that perspective, adding damage to him makes the Relentless secure. We're never at risk of our Relentless as long as I play only 2 of these guys. And obviously later on we were playing as many as they would let me draw because they're nuts, but initially we didn't have to worry about that. So yeah, I think you could argue yourself into only making 1 copy versus 5 copies here. In this particular instance, it was the best card in my deck by so wide a margin. I wanted to draw it as soon as possible, and that's part of the reason I wanted more copies. So, big reason. Also, there's the dopamine hit of just clicking X5 and having it feel good. So, that factors into it a little bit as well. A lot of little things played into this run in a big way, by the way. It's easy to underestimate how powerful Serrated Mandibles is here. It's actually a big reason why this Echo Infusion is so strong. It's because it's generating Reap on the floor. Obviously, also Decayer is doing a big part of this, but the combo package is huge here. What else do we want to talk about? A lot of this is just really, really good Wurmkin run. Void Binding, I mean, not Void Binding, that's obviously not a Wurmkin card, but Symphony of a Soul, Soul Siphon, Soul Crushing Guilt. A lot of these cards are just really good. We didn't even end up playing the Return Soul because we did end up seeing the Karuska, so I just didn't draw my whole deck anymore. At that point, it was just play every Echo Infusion you see and you win, so easy, right? Now, obviously, I think if we hadn't seen the Karuska, the Return Soul is really powerful because it burns away the extra Echo Infusions and they're a net positive, right? Which is great. This is a really strong pickup here. Even if we ended up not using it, it was correct to click it because we hadn't seen the Wicked Karuska play yet. So I think also Echo Seedling plus Bog Slime is huge here because of the intrinsic space prism to make the Warden playable in terms of like actually putting morsels down. This is really nice because it powers up your initial floor by a lot. That's 3 echoes you generate out the gate, which is great. a really strong run. Really cool stuff. Very pleased with this overall. Yeah, it feels good, right? Feels good to play a strong run. And yeah, so I will let you all go there. I think there's not much else to say on this one. We'll see how I'm feeling in some future weeks, if I want to keep doing some blessed seeds or if I want to get back into some cursed ones. We might do a little bit of a, a back and forth. We'll see. But all good. So yeah, hey, 73 wins on this series. Incredible news. Although I suppose this one was a gimme. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time, y'all. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.